Namaste. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another video. This is a very strange time of life. I can feel it. It's just a weird kind of alone-like time of life. Around, was it May? June, I think June 1st, so June, July, August, September, 4 months. 4 months I decided to get on Bumble and see if I could meet some people, and I did so. But it's quite fascinating that every single, or for most of the people I meet, there's something causes it to go boom and disconnect. For various reasons. Some I know, some I don't. Some are my call, some are the other person's call, some are both of our calls. Call meaning decision to break it off, or break it off after a date or two, or break it off before a date at all. And I'm like, that's quite fascinating. In the dating game, women have way more options than men. Options meaning people they can date. Men have fewer options, so the dating situation is much more difficult for men than it is for women. A woman can find someone to marry tonight if she wants. Probably even a decent guy that fits some of the things she wants. For a guy to find a woman that truly fits some of the things he wants, my personal experience has been it's more like a King Arthur's quest. It takes many years and you meet 2 to 3 good connections a decade. Maybe it's a microcosm of kind of how the sperm works. Many sperm try to get to the egg, but only the one truly gets it. So that's just the nature of relationships and dating. It is the way the numbers work out. And even I have a lot of good characteristics that make me a highly desirable partner for a woman. I have height, I have looks, I have physique, I have intellect, I have a steady job, I have my own place, I have my own car, decent building up of my nest egg and ability to converse and have good conversation and fun and things like that. And having all that, even having all that, it's still extremely challenging even for me. So most of the time here I am alone and kind of just realizing that this fact will be true for probably a while. Unless the universe has some surprise in store, I know my past, and it's only 2 to 3 really good connections a decade. Like 1 every 3 years is about the pattern. It's like 2014, 2017, 2020, 2023, maybe. I'll get lucky and find someone, but the great challenge is trying to find someone that you truly want, that wants you as well. It's easier to find people that want you that you don't want, or people that you really want that don't want you. It's much harder to find a situation where there's a synergistic connection. Those are the 2 to 3 a decade, or 1 every 3 years that I've talked about. But it's okay. I know I can get through my life if I'm alone for the rest of my life as a single man, an adventurer, an explorer. I know that I can navigate life successfully that way. But it feels like a weird time of life, strange time of life. But I'm continuing to work, write Tesla articles, drive my Tesla a lot because I love the car so much. Pet Dido, who is just turned 17 and is now going on year 18 of her life. So Dido, the anti-aging kitty extraordinaire. You are quite a kitty, Dido. And my YouTube channel. I have so many videos I've done. What else is there to talk about? Is there anything worth talking about? Should I start challenging myself once I feel better 100% better from this infection in my body? Should I start doing challenges, go back to Liberty Park, do the things that stretch me, find a basketball league to play in? I'm doing yoga still, not as much now that I'm not feeling well, probably 3 or 4 times a week, but when I'm feeling good, it's 5 to 7 times a week of yoga. I haven't been to my martial arts class for about a week and a half. So I'm just thinking, pondering, allowing myself to wonder and feel this strange period of time in my aloneness. I don't feel lonely, meaning I'm not like desperately pleading for someone to show up in my life. That's not what I'm feeling. I'm quite fine being alone, but I feel the aloneness very much so. This being alone by myself, and just a period of a lot of thinking and contemplating and seeking understanding, and just kind of like a lull period. I kind of went out and tried to see if I could find someone through Bumble. And, I've met some awesome people. So it's not like I haven't met anyone awesome. I have met some awesome people, some good connections. And who knows, maybe one of those connections will turn into something, but it's not like I feel myself desperately wanting to form a relationship with someone. It's more just like allowing the energy to go wherever the energy goes with people. And except for a few souls, most people disconnect eventually. It's just strange. Like, either I'm not their best option for me, or it's just something I'm not feeling, or whatever. But just a strange time. My daughters are in the rooms painting and working on creative projects. I wrote 3 Tesla articles today. We kind of had a 2-hour period where it was creative project time from 2 to 4 p.m. and we each worked on creative projects, and that was cool. That was good. But yeah, just chiming in, and my eye's doing a lot better. It's looking almost normal again. So that's good. Hopefully the antibiotics kick out whatever is evading my system. I'm totally against antibiotics unless I feel like my life is getting in danger. And after 2 weeks of having this infection inside of me, it's like, I know my immune system's compromised. It's time for intervention. Not something I like to do. I haven't taken antibiotics for 3.5 years, and actually, let's see, 3.5 years. I think my appendicitis, I had some IV antibiotics. That was the last time I took a dose of antibiotics. But it's a good thing from modern medicine, not something to rely on. But I'll get better from this. That's my hope. But through everything I've been through, I know that I am mortal. I'm mortal and I can die. And so it gives me pause whenever something happens to me that's a struggle. And, I try to give it my best shot in everything I do. And dating is probably the most humbling thing I've done. Very learning, very growing. Excellent way to do personal development as a man is to just test yourself through dating and trying to better yourself as a man in all aspects of life: your looks, your physique, your intellect, your hobbies, your ability to talk, your charisma, and all these things that you utilize navigating through the world. But it's humbling because, like I said, even for me, most of the time I get disconnected from. Either I don't get a match. If I get a match, they don't say anything. If I get a match, they say something, then they stop saying something. I get a match, we talk, maybe something gets set up and then it gets canceled. Get a match, something gets set up, we actually meet, then I get disconnected from. So there's kind of like all these like layers, 7 or 8 layers that almost in a miraculous cosmic planets aligned like way for someone to stay in my life, all these layers have to be passed. It's quite fascinating, and I just see it for what it is. Full acceptance, nothing I can do about it. It is the truth. But dating is becoming less and less of an important thing to me. I paused my Bumble account a couple days ago, and currently I'm invisible except to my existing matches, and I'm not sure I'm going to turn it back on or log back in. I'm going to let the universe orchestrate something, because I made a hard choice earlier in this year to end my first really beautiful relationship since my divorce, my best relationship I've ever had in my life, and I ended it. And you can watch my old videos to see the reasons why. Ultimately, I felt like it was the best thing to do for the long-term happiness of both of us, and it seems to be true. She found her prince, which is awesome. That makes me happy. And whatever my fate is doesn't matter too much. It really doesn't matter too much, because the end result seems to have worked out for her, and that's good. That is good. The same thing happened with my ex-wife. She got remarried a year after our divorce, and she found someone, and that makes me happy too. People should be able to find their person, and maybe one day I'll find mine. But it's not something I can seek after. That much is obvious. It kind of just happens and falls in your lap, or suddenly you realize that this person standing in front of you is it, or who knows. Anyways, I got to get better from the infections in my body, and hopefully I will. But just wanted to chime in and say hello to all of you and share appreciation. Y'all are awesome. And this is just a strange period of time, kind of like in limbo on the sailboat and wondering what's going to happen next. All right, namaste. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next video.